Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sagittarius full moon pick a card. And so I am Melissa Watkins, medium, and just all around intuitive. So here I am, and I'm excited to be here. It feels like we've been away from this for a minute as I had some things in my life kind of, boom, as things will in your life, right? So I had to move, and that took a lot of time and energy. And so I feel like this full moon pick a card is like putting us back in rhythm. So I gotten a lot of things organized and a lot of things ready to go. So really looking forward to this reading today. Just want to make sure I've got my do not disturb on. There we are. Oh, thank you, Marie. Thank you. Hello, Mandy. Hey, Sapphire Own. Welcome from YouTube. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Hey, Jen, how are you? Hey, Natalia. So this full moon, we are feeling the energy already. So remember that full moons, you feel the energy 3 days prior and 3 days post. And we're like, the full moon is supposed to happen very early tomorrow morning, which is why I wanted to do the reading today. But I have been feeling the energies all weekend. So if you have started to feel those energies, no worry, you are not alone. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Good morning, Mary. Good morning. Yeah, Jen, totally. So I had my daughter and her family and family over on Saturday, very impromptually. And like, literally I had to go take a nap. My daughter was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I've got nothing to give right now. You're cooking, you're good. Nobody needs me. So I feel you. I totally feel you. So what is the Sag full moon going to be about? It yearns for truth and revelation. So for many of us, we might have to go within to get our inner truth and reveal what it is that Spirit wants to bring to us, which is what we're going to kind of look at here today. All right. It is squaring Neptune, the planet of fantasy. So it can be frustrating and confusing energy. So that's why I think it's really important in this energy to step back, take care of yourself, do what you need to do, and be okay with it. Like I totally was. Like, yes, is it kind of kosher to go and lay down when you have a house full of people? But these were people that like are my normal people. So I was not feeling like I was letting anybody down. But sometimes you have to honor how you feel. And so that's what this full moon is going to be about. And so Neptune is bringing us this feeling of wanting to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so if you looked at today's daily card, things are coming. They may not be coming as fast as you want or in the way that you want, but they're coming. So it's going to be really important to surrender, which was another thing that I talked about this morning. So if you didn't look at today's daily guidance, take a look at that video. But what we're here to do is look at what are the energies and what is the inspiration or intuition for you during this full moon in Sagittarius, which is called the strawberry full moon. Not because it will be pink, unfortunately, but because it is going to be very close to the earth, which is going to cause these energies to be amplified. So really important to take it slow in this energy. So the pick a card was with 3 crystals, and unfortunately, I couldn't get all 3 crystals in the picture because my streaming service makes the picture like this odd size that none of the other services use. So I'm really sorry about that. But what I'm going to do is hold up each crystal, talk a little bit about it, and then you can make maybe an informed decision or just go with your gut. Go with the one that you're called to. But the first one that I was brought to was this tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is a really amazing grounding stone. And I can say that because back when I was learning to meditate, one of the things I heard was like, oh, you can hold crystals while you meditate. And I was like, okay, cool. If that's going to help me meditate, like I'm all in, because at that point I was still struggling with meditation. So I put my little tiger's eye in my hand and I'm sitting in meditation and I'm trying to quiet my mind and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm sitting. And all of a sudden I hear in my mind's eye, put down the stone. Because remember, when you're getting in connection with Spirit, you're trying to raise your vibrational frequency. And I was being so grounded Spirit's like, we're knocking on your door and you can't answer. So if you're really feeling out of sorts, if you really are feeling like your energy is in chaos, this is going to be the stone for you. So Tiger's Eye is the first one. Oh, sorry guys, my nose. Number 2, Black Obsidian. This was one of the very first crystals I ever carried because as an empath, I was really feeling other people's energies. And because my energy was open, I was also being brought lower vibrational frequencies. So, not wanting any negative attachment, not wanting any negative energy in my energy, I was carrying Black Obsidian pretty regularly. So this will be pile number 2. And then this is the crystal I've been called to very recently, really carrying this a lot, fluorite, which is all about balance and clarity of mind, clarity of spirit, really bringing your mind into focus. And morning, Karen. So this will be pile number 3. So again, Tiger's Eye grounding, number 1. Number 2 is going to be Black Obsidian protection. And number 3 is going to be fluorite. And that's going to be for clarity. All right. So I'm just going to put these right over here back on the piles because I have pre-pulled the oracle cards that we're going to use for each of the piles. I have not pulled the tarot because I want to put the cards back in for each pile. So Thomas, when that happened, so I love this from Thomas. So I'm just going to put this up because I think this is something that maybe many of you can relate to as you get into crystals. He's saying, I had the sense to stop wearing and using crystals as often as I have been. My bracelets have randomly fallen apart, fallen off, and more. So basically, Thomas, what that means is the crystal that you are wearing, you're like moved out of or you no longer need. So what I would say is start looking around for maybe crystals you're being drawn to, new crystals. It just means that the crystals that you were wearing, they did their job. So that's beautiful, actually. I've had crystals that I've lost because I needed to. They needed to go somewhere. And I've been very, very often called to give crystals away because I didn't need that crystal anymore, but the person in my purview needed it. So yeah, crystals have their own life, people. So they will let you know when they're ready to go or ready to stay or ready to move on. But yeah, they do have a life of their own. So I'm just going to take a 2-second break, and then we're going to start with Tiger's Eye. All right, so let's get the oracle cards that I'm going to need, and we're going to do Tiger's Eye, pile number 1. So Karen, stay and listen, honey. Sometimes more than one message will resonate with you, and sometimes there's a little bit in each piece that you need. So don't feel like you have to be constricted to just one pile or one reading, but take what resonates with you. And that's for everyone. Take what resonates with you. If you're feeling it in your heart, even on Tarot Tuesday or Daily Guidance, if I'm saying something specific to someone in particular, it doesn't mean that it's only for that person. Spirit will piggyback their message onto those who need it. So feel very free to take what resonates with you. Yeah, Thomas, that's it. You got them when you needed them, and now it's time to kind of see what you need now because it may be very different. Yes, I can repeat the 3 crystals. All right, so we're going to do number 1 is going to be Tiger's Eye, which is a very grounding stone. So those of you with very chaotic energy or feeling like you're all over the place, wearing Tiger's Eye, holding Tiger's Eye, having Tiger's Eye on you, with you, will help you to feel connected to the earth, help you to feel very stable and safe and not as chaotic so that you can think straight. Black Obsidian, number 2, is going to be for those of you who feeling like you need protection, that you're feeling maybe that things are coming at you that don't feel good and you don't want them. All right. So Black Obsidian is very protective. It's a very protective stone. And number 3, fluorite. Fluorite is going to be for those of you who need balance and clarity of mind, the mental body. All right. Good morning, Joanna. So those are the 3 crystals. All right. So we have tiger's eye, number 1, the black obsidian, number 2, and fluorite, number 3. All right. So I am going to get started with number 1, which is going to be our tiger's eye. So those of you who chose tiger's eye, you're feeling like you need some grounding. So getting outside, taking walks in nature, sitting in your backyard, being by a pool of water, taking a salt bath will help you to get into connection with the earth and also help you to center your own energy to make the choices and decisions that you need to make from your heart space and not from your fear, but drop down into your heart. All right. So number one, the overarching message for number 1 is, look at that, the unexpected. So for some of you who are needing grounding, it's because you do feel like you don't know what's going on. You don't know where your resource is going to come. You don't know where your maybe your support is going to come, maybe your next relationship, your next job, whatever it is. So right now it's about surrendering and getting into connection with the unexpected, just being very open to possibility and know that whatever's coming is going to be of the white light, of the highest and greatest good. And sometimes, very often, we can't see what the highest and greatest good is, right? So getting grounded and just letting spirit know that you're ready to accept whatever spirit may bring, that you are open to whatever is for your highest and greatest good, or for your the most compatible job, the most compatible soulmate, the most compatible situation. All right. All right. So I'm going to pull some tarot to see where spirit wants to take this message. Oh, this deck just flies. I feel like I'm under this desk more than I'm not. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, all right. So we got 2. We need 1 more. Oh, okay, never mind. We got a few more. Spirit said, oh, no, 1 more? No. All right. Hello. She's back. All right. So let's see. That was the first one. That was the second one. All right. Number 1. I really like this message overall. So for many of you, you have been feeling the pinch of not having maybe enough of what you need, or feeling safe and stable in what you do have because it just doesn't feel like it's covering everything. So you're kind of holding on tightly to what you do have. And so this is kind of in your past position of where you have been, where money just hasn't been flowing, opportunities have not been showing up, or people have not been really beneficial. So you've been kind of holding back, holding on to what you do have for fear of not having anything. But spirit's like, nope, it's not the way to go. Because it's time to come into connection. It's time to open your heart up. It's time to open up your energy, because you have people and situations coming in that are going to feel very beneficial and very compatible. And for some of you, this will be a new relationship where your old relationship really dumped you out of it, or walked away, or just really disrespected you in some way. You don't have to hold on to that hurt anymore. You don't have to hold on to that grudge anymore. You don't have to hold on to what hasn't worked. So this is just, your energy is really opening up, pile number 1, tiger's eye, really opening up to bring you into connection and partnership. And it's going to give you the feels. It's going to make you feel like what you went through might have been worth it to some extent, even though what you went through was hell. To be blunt. But you are now coming into this time of receiving, and it feels magical, and it feels divinely guided, and it may even feel too big or too much. And spirit's like, nope, we're bringing you what you need. So for many of you, getting grounded is going to be very important. So when it comes in, you don't get thrown off balance. Because it is going to be feeling like you're stepping off a cliff or going in a completely different direction that you never saw coming. But getting into this excited, ready to go energy versus fear, holding yourself back, thinking you're not good enough, that it's too big, it's too much. It's time to go. Because you have everything you need. You have it all with you. There's nothing you need more. And now all you have to do is accept, because it's going to start coming in pretty quickly, right? And so you've got to be ready to go. Pile number 1. It's time for you to basically grab hold and go. But accept it, in acceptance, not in fear, not in holding yourself back, but in kind of that fun, laissez-faire energy, as the French would say, right? Just letting go. No concerns, no worries, just moving on and going towards what is for you, because they've given you everything you need. And now it's just time to put yourself out there, to go forward, to leap ahead. And that's what I feel like. I feel like once you do kind of accept the new, things are going to like take leaps and bounds. It's just going to start going forward. It's just going to start coming to you. There it is. So all you need is courage and bravery. All you need is to say, I am scared, but I am still moving forward. I'm so glad, guys. Yes, it was Johanna. I saw that. I noticed that when I saw it. I was like, oh. So yes, things are moving forward, but you are going to have to maybe dig a little deeper, maybe put on your big girl or big boy pants, and just know that what you're being brought to, it is for you, no matter how big it feels or how uncomfortable it is or how good after it being so bad. But it's time, pile number 1, it's time for you to step forward, shine brightly. This moon is going to bring it to you. And so getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? That's what this energy is all about. And that's really what Spirit is saying here. So it's good comfortable. It's good uncomfortable, but it is uncomfortable. It is not what you've had before. It's not who you were before. It's not what you ever thought would be yours. So let's just get I'm just going to get a message from the angels to round out pile number 1. So let's get the message from the angels and see what the angels want to bring us to kind of round out this reading. Akasha, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. So whatever you're doing, even if you don't feel like you're a teacher, you may be a model. You may show other people who have not been able to maybe embrace their spirituality, their intuition, their mediumship, but because you're doing it, you're modeling it and you're showing them the way. So keep going. Keep going. And for some of you, you will teach. You will teach something. You'll teach Reiki. You'll teach classes on all kinds of different spiritual techniques and tools, because that's what people need right now. So wherever you're being guided, pile number 1, get grounded. Get grounded, because it's going to take off. Ella, I love that. I'm going to do IET for myself today. Yay! Yay! I've actually gotten very good at doing like the 5-minute empowerments before I go to bed. So for those of you who have not learned IET, I probably won't be teaching another cohort until next year, but you can always check out SheilaTillich.com if you want to do one of her intensive weekends. But yeah, absolutely. So pile number 2. Black obsidian. Black obsidian. So for those of you that are feeling like you need protection, Sorry, I was trying to delete that. Sorry. Don't, please, no spammers, don't. I don't endorse anybody who spams my pages. Please be very discerning about who you work with. And I did not mean to highlight that person. So please ignore that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I'm so glad that Tiger's Eye resonated, Stephanie. That's awesome. Yeah, Jen. Mandy, book your session, my dear. Book your session when you're ready. You can do the virtual or you can do the in-person. And both of those options are on my app under the services tab. All right. So for those of you who have not looked at my webpage in a while, please take a look at it. I've done a lot of updating. And one of the things I updated was I have added in my services tab that you can now do in-person sessions with me for certain things. So please take a look at that and download my app, Spaces by Wix, Guidance 311. And the information is in the description box. Black Obsidian. Number 2, for those of you who need protection, especially for those of you who are just starting out, just starting to feel energy, feeling like you're resonating with being an empath, that you're able to, check out the vibe, you feel other people's vibe, energy, whatever you want to call it. But Black Obsidian will help to keep anybody who is negative or any negative energy from attaching to you, or for you, basically for you to feel it. It's going to, block you. So Black Obsidian, very, very powerful. So let's see where this energy is taking us. Change. Look at that. Change. So they're definitely saying, oh, thank you, Ella. Thank you, honey. So change. Change is on the horizon. In some way, you are going to have something come through in this next 30 days where change is inevitable. So being very uncomfortable with things being different, almost being comfortable with being uncomfortable. So again, basically what this full moon is all about, right? Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, I said it. So yeah, change. And change isn't bad. Change isn't bad. Change can be a very good thing. I mean, if you see on this card, the light is coming through. So whatever is going on here, whatever change is being made, it's allowing the light to shine. And that's what I'm feeling with this card for all of you, that your light is ready to shine. And so you're needing protection to keep you out of and away from situations and relationships that just no longer serve you. So for some of you, the change may be that your people are changing, your friends are changing, your relationships are changing because they no longer serve you, that's not your road anymore. And we don't want to ever demonize anyone or make anybody a victim in some way. You just have to let people be where they are. You have to say, okay, I see them in their cesspool of stuff, in their trauma, in their drama. I don't resonate there anymore, so I'm just going to take myself out of it. Either they will follow you or they won't, but you have to honor where they are, even if it's really, really not good, because that is their journey. And you can't save someone, you can't fix someone. You can model better behavior. You can support them when they're ready to make their changes. But I do feel like for some of you, this change will be social situations and relationships. Yeah. Yep. The cards are just validating what I'm saying. So this message is going to continue. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, 3 more cards, please, for pile number Obsidian. Pile number 2, the Obsidian. Oh, gosh. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Oh, and we got an, okay. And we got a bonus. Oh, okay. Got a bonus. So we're going to leave the bonus there. So yeah, as I was saying, big changes. Big changes. These aren't going to be little changes. These are going to be relationship changes, job changes, maybe even tribe changes, community changes, internal, very big internal changes. So the death of the old paradigm, the old story. For many of you, you're going to be walking away of those old thought patterns, letting go of victimization, letting go of powerlessness, letting go of unworthiness. This next 30 days is really going to help you to step through and away from what no longer serves you. And that can be part of your own stuff, healing those parts of yourself that just are not who you are anymore, really allowing you to think differently and feel differently, because that thing doesn't hurt you anymore. That person can't trigger you anymore. You're ready to move on. So this is big, big change. This is big, big endings, because it is time for you to come into beautiful beginnings and wishes fulfilled. Things coming to you in a way that feels magical. And when you're blocking it because you're staying in the woulda, coulda, shoulda, or I'm not good enough, something will be revealed to help you with your endings. Something will be revealed in a way that you're like, I felt that. I really kind of knew that in my being, but now it's like smacking me in the face. And it won't feel good. But it's going to help you get here. It's going to help you get into the universe, joining up the dots and bringing that which feels magical. That wishes are coming true without you even trying, but you have been manifesting it. You've been changing the internal. And when you change the internal, the external changes. And that's what this is bringing you. That external change that's helping you to come into your power like never before. So for some of you, you need this black obsidian protection because these big changes are keeping you protected from bumping your nose or falling on your face, which is what you may be afraid of. And that's not going to happen, because the high priestess is coming in saying, we're supporting you, we're guiding you, we're giving you what you need. You are not alone. Look at that. I think that's like all kinds of black stones at her feet. I mean, look at that. You are protected. And look at that. Your spirit totem is there, a black cat. So yeah, pile number 2, black obsidian. This is big change, but it's because you've been doing the inside work. And now the outside is starting to transform in a way that it's going to be overwhelming, but you are protected. So whatever's being pulled away, and for some of you, it may even feel like the rug is being pulled out from underneath you. That's not what's going on. You've been making the shifts little by little, incrementally changing your internal clock. So it's like minute by minute by minute by minute, you've been changing. And where you used to be at 6 p.m., now you're at noon. And now the universe is bringing to you everything that you deserve, and also what will support you on your journey. So for some of you, what is coming in might be very unexpected, but it is going to be a true blessing, because it's what you're going to need to move on your path, to give you the courage and the strength to put up your walls, put your protection around you, stand your ground, fight your battle. And I don't mean that in a contentious way. I mean that in a, I can't be moved from this stance. This is my new paradigm. This is my new shift of consciousness. And I can't be swayed. I'm not going back. And I will hold on. This is my truth. Maybe you can't understand it, and that's okay. I'm going to honor you where you are. I might have to not talk to you as often or for a while. You know, for some people, they don't understand and they can't understand. So the only thing you can do is give them a good dose of letting alone. And they'll come back or they won't. But that is their journey. And you have to stand your ground and stand in your journey. And that's what this full moon is going to bring you. Because at the end of the day, the sun is coming out. So it's all good. Spirit is coming in. New opportunities are coming in. Blessings are coming in. So everything is working out for your highest and greatest good. And the bonus card was the people that you need are coming in. The situations that you need are coming in. The love that you need is coming in. And for some of you, it might be partnership love. And some of you, it just might be friendship love, support love, mentor love. But the people that you need to help you as the light shines on you and you're brought to what is for you are coming in. So this is not a time of despair of what you're losing, but this is a time of looking forward to what you're gaining. So you might need to do a little extra meditating to feel connected to spirit as things are shifting and changing. You might need to reach out to like-minded people or find new groups of like-minded people so that as you're going through this big shift, you are not alone and you have the support and resources that you need. There's many, many Facebook groups out there. You can come to Guidance 311. There's a lot of support, mentors, people who've been on this path for a while, who are willing and ready to share what you need. Don't feel alone. That's what spirits wants you to know the most. Through this big change, and it is big because look at this. You've got all this lightning and turmoil and shifting, and then you've got the death card. So my folks, if you got pile number 2, this is going to be a shaking you up month. Shaking you up. But spirit's coming in saying you're not alone. Yes, you're going to be okay. Yes, everything is working out for your highest and greatest good. Yes, you're going to manifest what you need. Yes, you're going to have the resources you need. Financially, spiritually, relationshiply. I know it's not a word, but yes, you're going to be okay. You will make it. One day at a time, one moment at a time. Grieve what you need to grieve. Allow people and honor people where they are. And get excited about what's coming. Look, this is a joyful card. Get into joy as much as you can this month. It will help that change. It will help you to manifest faster. So pile number 2, I'm very excited for you for this month. You got a lot of good things coming after a lot of not so good things leaving. And maybe for some of you, you're in the midst of it and it's already left and you've been in despair a little bit about what this is all meaning or what this is going to bring you. And for some of you, you might just be starting and feeling the changes happening. Wherever you are in this, you're gonna be okay. The sun is coming out. It will come out, I promise. Keep making the internal shifts because Athena is here and she's saying, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. There it is. There's the Empress, right? Power. You are power. Call in Goddess Athena. Call on her. Angel Athena. Call on her. She has your back. You're not alone. You're not alone. Honestly, it's a beautiful, beautiful journey, pile number 2. It is a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I know that it's uncertain. And I know as you're going through it, it can feel very chaotic. But protection, you are protected. You are protected. Hello, Cynthia. Yes, 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 please do. Christine, I'm doing a pick a card. So you might want to watch the replay or keep watching and see if something resonates with you. But the third option was fluorite. This beautiful green and purple stone, which is all about balance and mental clarity. And so that's what pile number 3 is going to bring us. All right, pile number 3, I'm going to get the book. Because this card is a beautiful card, but it stumps me a little bit every time I pick it, if you want to know the truth. And I don't use this deck enough to kind of remember from time to time. I just know it's important and it's really cool. All right, let's see what I want to say here. Okay. So it's time for you to get into your inner beauty, to recognize your inner beauty, to recognize your gifts and talents that need to come forward. It's time for you to really go within and say, where do I shine? Where is it that I need to be sharing my gifts and talents? That the external beauty is just fleeting. It's that internal beauty. It is that heart. It is that compassion, that love that you shine. That is your true beauty. You know, it's funny. I just put something on Facebook yesterday, actually on my regular page, something about a pretty face isn't important as a pretty heart, something like that. Because that came to me as I was talking with someone who was kind of going through a situation with another person, who at the end of the day is very good looking. I'm not going to lie. But inside, not so pretty. But sometimes we get so caught in the superficial, because that is what this 3D world can get caught up in. The looks of something, not the actuality. And that's what I think pile number 3, the clarity that you're coming into is. Beauty is as beauty does, is what I'm hearing. So how do you act? How do you shine? How do you share your gifts and talents? How do you promote others? How do you come from a compassionate space in all situations? That's what I'm feeling for us. And I say us because I identify with all of these, right? Let's see where Spirit wants to take this. It's awesome, Thomas. You know, sometimes when I do these pick-a cards, the messages are pretty similar. Not today. I'm really enjoying this. Very unique. All right, very unique messages. So I'm just going to give these a really good shuffle as they're falling apart on me. High vibrational frequency, love, compassion, gratitude. That's what I'm feeling for fluorite. So if you're having a hard time getting out of despair or powerlessness or victimization, really looking at, you know, what kind of work do you need? Where do you need to do work on yourself? Do you need help? But, you know, where is it that you're really feeling like you're stuck? You know, what are the hurdles that you still need to overcome? I'm telling you, these cards are crazy. I'm liking them, but I just wish they would stay on the desk. Okay. All right. Well, okay. This is going to be a big message. So I had a big pile flip out, and I put them in and shuffled, and I've been shuffling, and another. I'm not even going to look at them. We're just gonna go here. So this could be a little bit of a longer message. If you need more coffee, I'd say grab it. Here we go. So the first card that came out was the Queen of Cups. So what this makes me feel is that many of you have been kind of going through some things that have been emotional. And it's like your cup hasn't been filled. It's like your cup has been getting emptier and emptier. So there's this feeling of loss, or this feeling of uncertainty. How is this going to turn around? How is this going to change? How am I going to get back to feeling more grounded and centered and able? So it feels like you are coming into this stable financial situation where you are going to be receiving what you need for your family, for what helps make you feel safe and stable. Very root chakra is what I'm feeling here. So it just feels like you've been out of sorts, out of balance, and you haven't kind of known how you're going to get these things, that emotional balance, that financial or physical balance. And the Knight of Wands is coming in and saying, we've got you. That what is coming in is on its way. And it's going to help you remain strong and go in the direction that you need to go in. And I feel need here, not want. So for some of you, this direction may not be a direction that you see coming, but it is going to help you in these two areas of your emotions and your foundation, safety, stability, financial, family, whatever your foundation is. Because you're going towards, you're at the end. You're at the end and you're going towards what it is you need. You're coming into the stability. You're coming into a new organization, a new home, a new, for some of you, financial freedom is what I heard. So you're coming through a very long battle of uncertainty. Having maybe just enough, but not having enough, not knowing where more than enough was coming from. And now you're getting there. So the Six of Wands is coming in saying your harvest, your needs, whatever it is that you have been working towards, we're bringing it to you. So it's going to be really important for you to get clear about what it is you want. And so for some of you, you may not be sure what that clarity is. You may be kind of wondering, like, what job should I take? What job should I not take? Where should I move? Where should I not move? Should I allow this person into my life? Should I not allow this person into my life? And I feel like with this 10 of Wands, it's like you are going to know. It's going to feel right or it's not going to feel right because you're done waffling. You're done wondering. You're done being unsure. You're done waiting. The abundance is coming. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah. You are now coming into this King of Swords. Able, clear, ready to go, knows who he is, knows who you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you will or will not accept. You're willing to make it known. You're not playing any games. You're done. You're done with the heartbreak. You're done with the heartache. You're done with the people who create heartbreak and heartache. You're done with allowing anybody to make you feel bad. You're done with criticism and judgment. You're getting very clear about what you will and won't accept. You're getting very clear about what you want. Even how to protect yourself. Look at that. He's holding, I think, a shield. Oh no, he's got that's his belly. No, he has like a raven. No, that's some kind of very old bird. Some of you have bird totems. You're done with people that make you feel bad. You're done with the heartbreak. You're ready to celebrate. You're ready to get into connection. You're ready to allow the people in that you want to let in. This is about you've gotten very discerning. You've gotten very discerning from here to here. And so there's a lot of people in this reading. So for some of you, you might be getting a relationship and the heartbreak is over. And so the relationship that's coming in is going to be the one that bears fruit, the one that brings you the joy and the happiness. For some of you, it's just about you getting into clarity of what you want, getting into balance of what you want, of not just accepting what you're being handed anymore, but really getting clear and saying, I'm only taking what I want. I know who I am. I'm ready to go in the direction of my dreams, my desires. If you're going to cause this, you don't get a seat at my table. So this month, pile number 3, the clarity is going to abound, and you are going to be telling the people around you exactly what you want and what you don't want. Because the opportunities and the change are coming in. And I just feel like you're going to have a laser focus. And the people that aren't part of that laser focus are going to be very hurt, very upset, maybe even balking a little bit. What do you mean? What are you talking about? But for some of you, you're coming into that most compatible job, that most compatible soulmate, that most compatible relationship, that most compatible situation. And so you just have to be very clear when it shows up as to what you will and will not accept. There's no more waffling. There's no more taking something just because Spirit is going to bring you the resources that you need for you to be able to say yes and no. And also when you say yes and no and you don't waffle, it allows the universe to know exactly what your intention is. And they can then join up the dots and bring more of that to you. But when you're uncertain, the universe is uncertain. And so that's also where I think this clarity is taking you this month. Woo. Chantal, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through a reignited passion on your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. For some of you, it did feel like this was very much a relationship reading because there were so many people in it. So many queens and knights and kings. But for those of you that doesn't, you're not resonating with the partnership part of it, the romance part of it, that's okay. Because it just means that the change and opportunity that's coming in for you, you just have to be clear. Be clear with what you do want and what you don't want. And if you don't want it, don't accept it. Because sometimes that's the universe's way of saying, are they ready? Because they're making the choice and decision. So sometimes we're not ready. So we go back and we make that old choice, and we have to then go through that lesson again to really get it, to solidify it, so we don't make that choice again. So for some of you, there may be a little bit of a pattern that you buy into because you're not ready for that change. But for most of you, like you've been down that road before. You're not going back down that old road. You're going on the new road. So the resources will show up. The people will show up. The opportunities will show up. Be very clear and focused with your intention. Those were 3 very different messages. So I hope you enjoyed the full moon pick a card this month. All right, folks, it is Monday. If you're watching this on the replay, please #replay on Facebook, on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a beautiful rest of your month. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.